Hey beautiful souls, welcome to day 27 of Tarot Vlogmas. So today's spread is going to get you some information on your career and finances 6 months from now. So we're going to do a little bit of forecasting and look into the future. So we'll look at some accomplishments, some challenges, obstacles, and get you some advice. So with that being said, let's get into it, and we'll start with accomplishments. So what accomplishments do we have? Okay. All right, so I feel like you're definitely working more aligned with your path and life purpose. So it's you either deciding to go down that road or taking steps toward going down that road. So there's some things that you would have accomplished by this time. So let's see what else. Yeah, and you even just recognizing that there's so much more. So you may have even created your plan and started working towards that, or you could have been just identifying like, hey, there's more, I don't want this, I'm ready to move in the direction of what makes me really feel good and things that I'm more passionate about, basically. So what else? Thank you. All right, so I see that you also allowing a spiritual component to come through on this. So it could be work that is tied to your spirituality, or you utilizing your spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities, and working toward financial freedom. So making money for your gifts and talents. And I see you working through this process of like not focusing on what you don't have and your fears and doubts about what it is that you truly want to do. So I feel like you're overcoming that. So as an accomplishment, that is amazing. That is a huge step toward you achieving your financial freedom and your abundance and fulfillment. So I do see like this reconnection with your higher self, which is allowing you to be more of who you are and to be more aligned with your true path. Wonderful. What else? Okay. All right. So there is this need to let go of things that aren't serving you. And some of you will have done that. And others of you will be at least at the precipice of doing it and knowing that that's what you need to do to be successful and to get ahead. Like I said, some of you will have already conquered that, and we're gonna, think positively and think the best because this is under accomplishments, while others of you at least have acknowledged and you understand what it is that you need to let go of to allow better and more to come through, and you understand at least what part is like, okay, these things here that I'm doing are really counterproductive to me achieving my goals, so I need to work on cutting these things out. All right. And yeah, so it's really about you like starting that journey and starting the path to success. Also, there is this acknowledgement and understanding that it is a journey. It is a process. It is, you do need to nurture your gifts and your talents and these dreams that you do have. They need to be nurtured. They need to be watered. They need to be loved, taken care of, treated almost like a baby. Like, this is your baby. This is what you want to do. And you have every opportunity to be successful, but it's going to require your inspired effort and inspired action, and you having a higher vibrational mindset as well, and you trusting and believing in yourself. So that's what I mean by nurturing. You need to nurture this activity, idea, projects. Okay, so let's see challenges that you've overcome. Yeah, so I feel like one challenge that you've overcome is just not utilizing your intuition as much. So you've really made that more of a priority. I feel like also you could have been not necessarily as open to connecting with others or sharing information with others or just receiving any guidance or support from others. And so since that's something that you've overcome, I feel like you have overcome that part and you've started to connect with soul family and your soul tribe. In addition to that, you also have overcome not utilizing your intuition or not utilizing it to the best of your ability. And I also feel like you've overcome like this need for materialism or this need to be successful in the matrix, or just this these other like preconceived notions that you've had about like just money and success and fame and fortune and all of those things. So I feel like this is really a time that you're rethinking that and what that means to be successful, and you're rethinking it and redefining it from a spiritual perspective. So you're thinking of that in terms of as a spiritual being and a light worker and someone who came here to shine light in the world and inspire others to do the same. What does it mean to be successful from that perspective? Okay, so you're figuring all of those things out. Okay, so let's see what challenges are yet to come. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, so I would say continuing to lead with your heart and your crown chakra, your head. Yeah, just allowing spirituality to form the basis of your decisions and form the basis of your choices. Right? And then also being able to truly let go of the past. And I'm hearing like for some of you, you do have lucrative positions, or you're in a really great place as it relates to work, like making good money, or it's like very routine, you're very experienced and knowledgeable, and you just complete the steps like without even thinking at this point. So it's about like really like letting go of those things to move forward toward your life purpose and to what it is you truly desire to be doing. Yeah, so it's like, do you truly love what you're doing? So I feel like there's still this transition that's happening, even though like you may be there and you may have overcome a lot of the negative belief patterns and thoughts. It's still a matter of like bringing that fully down into the 3D world and starting to show that in your actions. So I feel like that's sort of where you are at this time. Okay. And so some of you may be a little further ahead than that, while others may still be in that space. But you've at least like gone through a lot. And you know more about what you want and what you want to be doing. And I feel like there is, for some of you, still a little bit of struggle about like doing what you love and knowing that, you know, this is what you love and what you truly should be doing and what you've been called to do. But there's a hesitancy in some ways. And for some of you, I'm hearing like it's specifically tied to like, okay, well, I make this amount of money. I'm comfortable here. I know what I make. It's about like having that support and that foundation. So don't want to say foundation, not necessarily foundation, but having like that steady income. That's what I want to say. But you may want to consider thinking of it in terms of there is no limit to what you can make when you're working by yourself, but there is a limit to what you can make when you're working for someone, right? So if you make a certain amount, say, and just as an example, say if you make $1,000 a month, If you were self-employed, if you were an entrepreneur, you can make $100,000 a month. But you're thinking in terms of, oh, well, I know what I make. I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to step outside that comfort zone or step outside that box to potentially make $100,000 a month. So you see, like, that type of thinking that's creating a barrier to your success. So I see some of you have kind of thought that through, and you surpassed that type of thinking through your actions and your behaviors, and others of you are still there, and it's okay wherever you are. Okay, so let's see, what other challenges? Any other challenges? Okay. All right. So I feel like some of you are pretty knowledgeable, and this change is going to be like a major shift, a major transition. So it's like going from a place where you had a lot of knowledge and you were regarded as someone as very knowledgeable in your field, or just really great at what you do. So you know that it's very easy to you. It comes easily to you. You've had a lot of success there, versus venturing out into the unknown, into this new industry, this new environment, and utilizing your spiritual gifts and talents and abilities, or your artistic talents and abilities, to now make money and rely on those to put you on the course to financial freedom. So that can be a little scary, but it can also be very exciting and rewarding and invigorating, and lead to you feeling a lot of passion. So again, it's about like you seeing those two paths and making the choice, and then not only just making the choice, but actually taking that inspired action toward that choice. So I see that as a major obstacle that you will be faced with. Okay. So anything else? And I would also say the training and the knowledge as well. So you feeling like you don't have the training and the knowledge that you need, and that being a part of the decision-making process of like, oh, do I stay or do I go? But that's something that you have to just trust and know that you have everything that you need already, because there's always going to be something that you think like, oh, well, I don't know this enough, or I don't know that enough. And then when I want to take a course on this, so then you take that course, and then it's like, okay, well, I still don't feel ready. So then you're just going to keep adding on more courses, and instead of just actually getting out into the world and trying it. Okay. So yeah. And then we also have like you just taking this new step and allowing yourself to make, what you would determine as mistakes. So I feel like it's about like not wanting to be the newbie in the field, and not wanting to make those mistakes. So I can totally get that. I totally understand that. But remember that you've done this before. This is one of many, 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 many lifetimes. So you've done this before. You've been in this situation before, and you were completely, wildly successful. So you have everything that you need. You have to trust that, and you have to stop creating obstacles for yourself, and just go for it, and look at every experience as an opportunity, and view every experience as positive, and as a learning lesson for you. What can you learn from that? What opportunities arose out of that situation? Even if it didn't go as planned, that's okay. You're learning, you're new, you're growing, and it's all a part of the process, and it's only going to make you better and more successful in the end. So don't be afraid to have a misstep here or there. Don't be afraid of that, because it's working toward your benefit. Okay. So let's see, how to overcome obstacles. Overcome. Okay, let's see. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So I would say definitely also when things do happen. So specifically, and this is either an example or it is something that someone will experience. Like if you're doing lives and you're, let's say, just doing tarot and something doesn't resonate with someone, like not feeling bad and making yourself feel bad excuse me, because something didn't resonate. First of all, there's many energies in those lives, and you could be picking up on others' energies. Not that big a deal. It happens, and you're not wrong. The information is coming to you, and as long as you are acting in integrity and acting as your authentic self, the information is true because it came to you. So it's for somebody. Someone needed to hear it. So if it's not a certain person's message, that's fine. That's okay. Someone else will get some value or benefit from it. And you can leave it there and move forward and not worry about what others are thinking or what others are saying, because this is you learning and growing and being your best self. Like, not a care in the world here, right? So let's stay in this energy as opposed to this energy where you're worried about what others are thinking, and you're worried about how everybody else is talking about you, and you're worried about every little tiny comment that you receive. And through this process, through you learning and allowing yourself to learn and to grow, you will find that there are other solutions. You will find and gain more wisdom and more knowledge and become greater and become better. So it's all a part of the divine plan that you created with Source. So you created this plan. Enjoy it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Because again, if you're looking at the lesson from it, it's to show you, okay, well, maybe this card actually means this. Or maybe I can, delve into this topic more specifically. Or I can ask different questions, and maybe that might align more with this person. Or, again, like I said, maybe it's not for that person. But either way, you're just the messenger. And as long as you're acting in integrity, then it's somebody's message. All right. So let's see. Yes. Just keep aligned. Keep practicing your spiritual activities. Keep meditating. Keep growing your spirituality. Keep growing your abilities, whatever this is that you do want to move into and work on. Keep growing it. Just keep at it. Keep doing it. Don't be discouraged by what others think or feel or say. It's all about you and what's best for you and what you desire, because you are being divinely led and you are being divinely guided. So it's about you and your higher self and Source. Nobody else. Okay? So let's get you some messages. Okay, so we have a powerful change that will transform your life. Absolutely. So we have that major transformation and change showing up in multiple areas here. So yeah, this is you changing your life journey, your life path. Now, what I want to say is this is you aligning more to your life path and changing what you currently do. So I see like a shift in position, in career, and the sacrifices you make today will be worth it. So yeah, it is going to be like we talked about, this is a journey, and you're going to have your ups and downs on it, but it's all aligning you more with who you are and your life purpose. So trust that the choices you made, that you deciding, you know what, I'm not going to party this weekend. I'm going to, study my tarot cards. Like you making those choices and you doing that with love and with passion and with enjoyment is what it's about. And then we have, there's still time to change the road you're on. It's never too late. Yes, and I think that you do understand that, and you are making that choice to transition into what is your life purpose. And just remember and trust and know that everything happens in divine timing. So when you decide it's right for you, it's right for you. Okay. What else do we have? All right, so we have Nourish the Sacred Feminine. So you could be calling on some feminine characteristics, the divine feminine characteristics, to support you throughout this process. So just being kind, being kind with yourself, being compassionate with yourself, having empathy for yourself, not just others, but for yourself. Doing all those things, those beautiful characteristics, leadership qualities that you share with others, being a great communicator, all of those things. Be that way with yourself. Love yourself. Okay, and we have you, the muse. Be the muse yourself. Okay, inspire yourself by what you love. Don't look for that inspiration outside. Look for it from within, and it will show outside. You will connect with things outside. Fall in love with your own story. Okay, these are all messages about being kind to yourself, connecting with yourself, trusting yourself, loving yourself, allowing yourself to be who you are, and that inspiring you. All right. So yeah, I see that. That is what you can do over this period to achieve your goals. Beautiful. All right, so we have sacrifices need to be made. All right. Yep. So I would say here also you may want to start looking at your finances, because there may be this point where you do decide, okay, I'm going to leave this career. I'm going to go into a new career. So in that case, you do want to look at your finances and see, make sure that that's stable, or you have enough time, or give yourself, okay, I'm going to give myself 6 months or whatever. So I'm going to have a 6-month saving. So just things like that. Also right now, since it is around the holiday times, if you're watching this when it's posted, start now with budgeting and looking at your finances, because this is a period of 6 months. So this is a major transformation over a longer period of time. So you do want to have, to the best of your ability, a good foundation set. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have like every single thing in line and in order. You don't have to have $80,000 in the bank. Like, you don't have to have I'm not saying those things. It's just like, just be more mindful. If you can do more to budget, then do that. Just really mind your finances during this time, because there could be a period where you are kind of transitioning and waiting for some abundance to come through and come in. And that we'll talk about this in a second. But yeah, and you don't have to share every single thing with everybody. It could be more about you just connecting with soul family, with people who are like-minded, who have similar interests, who are in this similar field, or people that are great coaches, mentors. They have amazing leadership qualities, so you may want to just connect with them and get information, guidance on how to be a better leader. So yeah, just any soul family with resources that could support and help you at this time, you can reach out to. But don't just telling everybody your business, right? Just focus on you and focus on what you're doing, and connect with people that can support you in the way that you desire support. I would also look up on YouTube, and you can look it up anywhere, you can Google it, whatever, but just really understanding what money is and how it flows, and recognizing it as a free-flowing energy, and just addressing your relationship with money and abundance. And also, abundance does not just equal money. There's many ways that you can be abundant, and there's many ways that you can just be appreciative for what you have and all the blessings that you receive all the time. So this is speaking of abundance in all forms, and recognizing that it does come in all forms, and remembering to be appreciative. Okay, so we have bad investments. Yeah, so absolutely be very mindful about how you're spending your money. Okay, so don't give in to get rich quick schemes. Just think things through, because if it's a calculated risk that you're taking, that's a little different from just, meeting somebody or connecting with somebody, and then, oh, they have this great business idea, and you're like, yeah, sure, here's my money. Yeah, no, so, and I don't know, that's an exaggeration, but, I'm just saying, like, just be more mindful and really delve into and do your research if you are considering investing in certain areas or industries, or even partnering up with people. I'm hearing, just be very mindful about that and think things through, and run it through your heart space, your chakra. Connect with source, connect with your higher self, connect with your guides, allow yourself to receive those messages, and then do what feels right to you. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. All right, so we have mountain, we have major challenges to overcome, but we're not going to look at them as just major struggles and challenges. We're going to look at them as opportunities, and you're going to inspire your own self with how you overcome them. And again, we talked about like staying connected with source, not comparing yourself to others, and looking at every situation as an opportunity to learn, and also enjoying the journey, and understanding that it is a journey, and it's about the journey and not the destination. All right, so we have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So yeah, there might be someone in particular that you have to work with, or you encounter, that is kind of causing you a little bit of stress, struggle, strife. So just be aware of that person and stick to a higher vibration. I'll say that. So that means like really be mindful of how you communicate with this person, and not allow this person to trigger you, and not allow this person to control your emotions. Okay. Then we have Stork with news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So that is wonderful. That is beautiful. So you have new opportunities for business all around you. And we did speak to that. I believe we did. Yes, we did. Oh, sorry about that. I moved the camera. But yes. So that's just confirmation of that. So be on the lookout for that. And again, just pay attention, because you do have opportunities to invest and to make a significant amount of money and be abundant and be more abundant. But it's about, again, like, just be mindful of what you're doing. Use discernment is what I want to say. Use discernment. Okay. So we have rat, someone working against you behind your back. All right, so yeah, so that's definitely what I want to say. So there's definitely someone, so you have the information here. You know that there will be some shady characters involved, and you can, again, use your intuition. Do your research and use your intuition to decide on what you want to do. Okay. And we have fan with romance, celebration, party. like I said, this is absolutely about the journey and the experience. So enjoy that. Enjoy that. Okay, so let's get a couple more here just to close us out. So what other advice do we have? What other advice do we have? Let's see this. Okay, so we have the assertiveness ambassador. Okay, yeah, being assertive. Okay. All right, awesome. Yes. And I feel like you will be when you feel passionate about things. So being assertive on the things that you feel passionate about and taking inspired action and moving forward and actually taking inspired action is what this is speaking to. So we have the stability seeker. All right, so we also talked about you just evaluating that financial foundation and setting yourself up for those moments where you do decide, okay, you know what, I'm ready. I'm going to leave now and I'm going to start working towards my ultimate dreams and goals. So really just paying attention to that and maybe just enacting a little bit of planning with it. So deciding, you know what, I want 3 months worth of, my bills. And I believe like the standard amount is to have like 6 months worth of savings. But again, this is about you and what feels good to you and what feels right to you, because that could take a significant amount of time depending on your situation to save up that amount of money. So that's just an example, but definitely consider that as a part of your decision process, because we also have to be responsible as well. So we have the mindful manager, and so there could be a coach or mentor or soul family that connects with you or that's available to you at this time that could be helpful. You could meet a financial planner, okay? And they could like offer you a free session and give you some advice. Okay, so just get out there, network, communicate, talk with people. Don't just tell everybody your business and your specific plans, but you can speak on a higher level, and you can get and garner any information from folks that have your best interest in mind and that are open and willing to share. Okay. All right, so what else? I want to use these cards because I love them, but let's just use these to close us out. Any final messages? Any final messages? Thank you. All right, we have patience. I love that. Absolutely, this is going to require patience. We have manifest. I love it. I love it because that is exactly what this period is about and this journey is about. What do you want? Also knowing exactly what it is that you want. And I'm not saying like, oh, I want $1.25 million. I'm not saying that. I'm saying as far as what is truly your life purpose. So understanding that, visualizing that, putting it out into the universe and allowing the universe to bring it to you, but not having like very, very set specific expectations. Like, I want to live at 123 Spruce Street because that's a mansion and I love it and I've always wanted that house. Use that as inspiration. Don't make that a requirement for your success, right? So maybe something along the lines of, oh, I love that home. I would love a home that's like that. What would it feel like? Think about that. What would it be like? What would you do? Would you be sitting in there in front of the fireplace, sipping your cocoa with your children and your husband, or, just whatever? What would that feel like? What would that be like? So, visualize that and then put it out into the universe, and then allow the universe to bring you more and greater and better. Okay? What else? What else? right, so we have forgiveness. Yes, absolutely. So because we do know that there is a process, there is a journey here, there is a things that we're going to address as we move along this journey, some ups and downs, just practicing forgiveness. And I would say even take this a little bit of a step further and not necessarily like labeling situations and people and things as bad, and beating yourself up for things that you feel like you could have done better, you could have said better in the moment or situation. Like really just understanding, okay, here's what I learned from this experience, and now I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to just send my unconditional love to all the parties involved. So if you think about it in those terms, that's saying the exact same thing without defining it. Because also when you define it as forgiveness, then that sort of is creating something that needs to be forgiven, as opposed to just saying, okay, it's a situation that happened. It's what I do not prefer. I understand that. I know that. I learned this, and now I'm going to just use that as I move forward. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we have success. All right, so what else do we have? Confidence and opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. I love this, and this is how we are going to end, because you absolutely have opportunity coming through and coming in. And if you have the confidence to go after your goals and your dreams, then it will result in success. I mean, could not have said that any better. I love that. All right, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow with day 28.